Listen, alcohol is just out in 2024. There is a rising trend of going alcohol-free or being sober curious, and alcohol, the truth is, it's just bad for you and can famously impair your sex life. So if you're looking for another way to unwind, relax, or just have fun, I cannot recommend Via's THC gummies enough. Via has gummies for every occasion. Whether it's to improve your sleep, I love their sleep gummies. I take them everywhere. Your mood or your focus. They even have an aphrodisiac gummy called High Love to boost my arousal levels. High Love has a unique blend of cannabinoids and aphrodisiac exotic herbs that are known for their libido enhancing effects. So I've been using Via for a while now, and I absolutely love them. They're a super trusted company. They use premium hemp, natural ingredients, and they're known for their premium indoor THCA flower. All their products are made here in the US. They got quick and discreet shipping to all 50 states, so you can all enjoy them, not to worry. And also super affordable. So head over to viahemp.com and use code Emily at checkout to save 15% off your order. That's VIIAHEMP.com. Use code Emily at checkout for 15% off your order and let me know what you think. Urinary tract infections are extremely common. Around 1 in 2 women and 1 in 20 men will get a UTI in their lifetime. Plus, once you've had one UT challenge, you're way more susceptible to another in the future. That's why you just need Just Thrive's UT123. This product can actually prevent UTIs while maintaining your urinary tract health. UT123 targets both immediate and long-term relief. We've all heard to drink cranberry juice for your urinary tract, but did you know that for the full effects, you need the whole cranberry? Not just juice, but the skin, flesh, and even the seeds. Well, UT123 uses superior ingredients that utilizes the whole fruit. This supplement truly is the full package. So if you're someone who struggles with the constant urge to urinate, a burning feeling when you pee, pelvic pain, or just want to be proactive in your urinary health, Just Thrive is for you. Just Thrive is so confident you'll love their product that there is a 100% money-back guarantee on every purchase made through justthrivehealth.com. And for a limited time, you can save 20% off site-wide at justthrivehealth.com with promo code SEXWithEmily. That's justthrivehealth.com and use code SEXWithEmily for 20% off your order. You're going to love it.
Look into his eyes. They're the eyes of a man obsessed by sex. Eyes that mock our sacred institutions. Bedroom eyes, they call them in a bygone day.
Hey, Emily, you got a boyfriend? Because my man E here, he just got his heart broken. He thinks you're kind of cute.
A girl's got to have her standards. Oh, my.
Do women know about shrinkage?
Isn't it common knowledge?
What do you mean, like laundry? It shrinks?
Can we not talk about sex so much?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, my God, it feels so good.
Being bad feels pretty good. But you know, Emily's not the kind of girl you just play with.
You're listening to Sex with Emily. We're talking about sex, relationships, and everything in between. For more information, go to sexwithemily.com, where you will get all your sex questions answered. And if you listen to the show, you will have a better sex life. That's all I'm saying.
And naked photos of you, right? There's a lot of naked photos of Emily.
You got to look really, really hard.
At sexwithemily.com. You might have to squint a little bit.
Right.
Maybe it was a nip
There might
slip.
be some cleavage. No lip, no nip slip. But do you know the show that you're listening to?
Say that.
Oh, sorry. Yes,
Yeah.
there's many a nip slip.
And videos.
And videos. Yeah. Sex Emily, do you know that the show you're listening to now, you can also watch at sexwithemily.com. We do 3 shows a week. If you want to become a Friends with Benefits member, all you have to do is sign up on our website. It's like nothing. It's $4.95 a month, and you will have a better sex life. So I think it's like worth the 22 cents a day.
It's like your daily sex newspaper. There's something there every day. You guys write blogs. You do recaps of the shows.
Right.
Share articles and things like
Naked
that.
photos of menace. So yeah, it's awesome. Everyone, thanks for listening. It's Friday. Happy Friday. This is our free Friday show that everyone can listen to. And we're excited to be on SiriusXM Extreme Talk 165.
Love Extreme Talk 165.
Love it.
Masturbate to it
So you do
daily.
Do you? That's hot. Today's show, we're going to be talking about a lot. We've got like a jam-packed show.
Really?
Yeah, but one of our topics today is ejaculation etiquette. Where you should drop it.
Oh, you went with that topic? We were talking yesterday. I'm really big because I finally got a MacBook Pro after all these years. I was rocking a MacBook for like 6 years. So upset about that. But now I'm really into the video chat with you and I.
I know, it's so fun.
On the G chat. and you were telling me you were running down through all the topics
Yeah.
to go through, and so you decided on the
Ejaculation etiquette, yeah. And
because you have experience with this, correct?
with ejaculation etiquette,
Yeah.
it's true. Don't come in certain places. We're going to tell you where and when and how and what to do. We also have an expert today calling in. Carol Carosa from Lifestyle Condoms has got some condom tips. So we're going to be
Really?
talking to her shortly. And we've got just a lot of big rundown of things. We're just going to get into. We got your emails. If you email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com. I answer your emails. If you're a Friends with Benefits member, your emails go straight to the top. Because we've got thousands of emails, and we can't answer all of them. But if you become our special member, we'll take care of you.
I have a confession.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. What?
You know all those condoms you gave me?
Uh-oh, yeah.
Well, my buddy stopped by my office yesterday, and he was leaving for South by Southwest, and he saw the package of condoms, and he asked if he can have some. And
All of them?
He took all of them.
He took all of them?
He's gonna be in South by Southwest.
Then he's got to be on the show and
like
report back.
2
Those are our
weeks.
golden lifestyle condoms. He's got to call back and let us know.
I'm sure he will.
Do you think he's going to get banged? Is he?
Yeah.
Is he just wishful
I've
thinking?
I've seen him like hook up with like famous people.
Okay, like
Yeah,
who?
He gets around, like people that are been in gigantic movies.
Okay.
Yeah, so he
Why haven't I hooked up with him yet?
I don't know.
Do I know?
I think you met him before, yeah.
And I didn't hook up with him?
You didn't hook
That's
up with
so
him.
odd. You
I
think
know,
I would
it's
have,
weird.
especially if he's, hot and cool and
He's banging
cute.
famous people.
I can't believe you complained about not getting those condoms for months, and then I bring
know,
them
but
to
I
you. It's
was
the
just
last
like-
time I'm giving you anything.
I was disappointed that you didn't give him to me in a timely
Whatever.
manner.
I'm busy, okay? I'm really busy.
But I should be your number one priority.
You are my number one priority, and I gave you a bunch of condoms, hoping you'd get laid and then have stories to
Yeah, but
then
it was
share on the
3
show.
months later after I asked for
Who
them.
cares? A condom is a condom is a condom. So anyway, if you ever want to know about condoms today, we are telling you more about the good
Anyways.
condoms and the bad condoms and all that stuff.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm doing
How's your
well.
life going?
My life is going really, really well. I have to say that I'm in a good place. I'm dating someone that I like, which is such a bizarre experience. I actually have no complaints, which was more interesting when I had complaints about people, and I'm sure they'll happen. But I just, things are great. They're humming along. I like them. Things are good.
I'm afraid like you're going to do self-sabotage.
Yeah, I
because
could.
it's so
I've
low.
sabotaged before, but we even talk about the fact that we're both sabotagers. We're similar, and we've both done things that have ended relationships prematurely when we didn't want them to because we were a little bit commitment phobes. So we communicate a lot because I always say communication is a lubrication in a
Yeah.
relationship. So we communicate a lot and we lubricate a lot.
A lot of lubrication.
A lot of lubrication. I love lube. I'm telling you, people, I'm such a fan of lube that my goal in life is to have lube on every nightstand in America because you don't only need lube if you're dry. When people think, oh, she's dry, it's like it helps. It like rubs the clitoris. It feels really good, and you should use lube. That's what I'm saying for you. Today's show is brought to you by AdamandEve.com. Here's the thing about Adam and Eve. You will love them because they've got thousands and thousands of items on their website. And with coupon code Emily, you get 50% off most items, free shipping, and a free mystery gift, and the Kim Kardashian sex DVD.
What?
So go buy a sex toy or a porn or a lingerie for your girlfriend, whatever the hell you want. Go to AdamandEve.com. We appreciate it. And also, yesterday was International Women's Day, and we gave away something from Wet Naturals Beautifully Bare. We gave away some lube, and you got to check out. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Sex with Emily. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, Sex with Emily, and you can win prizes and stuff like that. It's super fun.
A lot of prizes. I saw somebody tweet that they won the book from you.
Yeah. They won.
that was
I have a
cool.
book called Hot Sex. You can buy it on Amazon. It's selling really well. It's Hot Sex, over 200 things you can try tonight. And it's funny because I was on your friend Maddie's show a few weeks ago, and he was talking to me. His first question was to me was, Emily, I've been with my wife for, how long have they been together? 10 years or something?
Yeah, they've been together for a while.
And he's like, I kind of want to spice things up. And she's like, well, what do you want to do? And he's like, I came up blank. And so I was like, I went down to my car and I'm like, read my book because it's not weird, crazy things that you can't do and you got to go out and buy a bunch of gear. It's like really simple things that you can do to improve your sex life every night. 200 things.
Yeah, that's good. And you can pick it up where?
Amazon.
Amazon.
Hot
Or you can
Sex
find
over-
out more info.
at sexwithemily.com.
Sexwithemily.com.
You're so good. And then we
got to give out the info.
I know. Well, here's one more info. Well, is our Kegel Camp video came out really well. I have an app in the iTunes store that's selling like crazy called Kegel Camp, and they're exercises for men and women to do. You exercise your PC muscles at 3 to 5 minutes a day, and for men, you'll last longer, you'll be stronger, last longer, more stamina, and for women, you'll have longer, stronger orgasms.
And Emily, what are PC muscles?
PC muscles are those muscles they're those pee-stopping muscles. So when you're taking a piss, I don't know, I feel like
What, you said piss?
I know, I don't usually speak like that. But when you're going to the bathroom, no, we're not FCC regulated. I love it.
We can say piss all day.
But when you're urinating and you want to stop the flow of urine, you stop it. And then you can start it again. Those are the PC muscles that you target in my Kegel Camp app that you can buy in the iTunes store. And it's my voice gently walking you through the exercises. I say, tense, relax. And a little reminder pops up every day that says, time for Kegel Camp. And it's really fun. And the amazing thing is I've gotten hundreds of emails from people that are like, it's changed my life. So that's why you do stuff. That's why you do stuff in the world, because you want to help people's sex life. That's why I'm doing that's why I live my life, is so everyone has better sex.
Yeah.
That's my purpose of being. So we have a new poll on the website. What's the first thing that you notice about a person?
Their personality.
Eyes, breasts, butt, stomach, or mouth?
Always start with the face and then you go down.
So what do you think, eyes?
No, I don't look deep into their eyes.
Why? But don't you meet someone and you're like, oh God, she's got beautiful eyes?
Never thought that ever in my life.
You've never looked, Menace, what planet are you on that you've never looked at a woman and said she has beautiful eyes?
I just don't do that.
Okay, so let's move to mouth. Do you notice her mouth?
Yes, I notice her mouth.
More than
teeth.
her eyes.
I look at the teeth more than the eyes.
You're making me make sure my teeth have nothing in them right now.
No lipstick on the teeth, which I've seen you in that situation a couple times before. But I've helped you out, and I've told you, hey.
You have told me. It's hard being a woman. You have to do that.
Yeah.
But we have a special trick. When you put lipstick on, you then suck on your finger.
Uh-huh.
I just did that in the camera. And then it takes away, then you don't get lipstick on your teeth. But if I do have lipstick, I hope you let me know. That's annoying. You can't talk to a woman when she's got lipstick all over her teeth.
Hey,
it's not attractive.
Lipstick on the teeth. But what about if you're on the first date and she's rocking the lipstick on the teeth?
Oh my God, does that happen? Yeah, I think that you do tell her. I think that you have to just be like, oh, babe, you got a little something. Not babe, because it's your first date, but be like, you got a little something there.
Oh.
You got a little something. Isn't that what you do?
That's a little rough.
Has that happened to you?
Yeah. You got a little thing. But I actually wait a little while.
Right.
To see if it goes away
right, because you're hoping it will. Right.
Yeah.
That's the same thing with something hanging from someone's nose. You're like, I hope he wipes his nose. I hope he wipes his nose.
Yeah, and just a big old...
It just turns you off.
Snot rocket.
I know. I lose my boner if you've got that. I seriously do. It's hilarious.
Speaking about boners, yesterday...
Yes?
Oh my God, I met one of the most beautiful women out there. She's a singer. Her name's Lana Del Rey. And... I'm still on the fence on how I feel about her music. Like I've grown to really like it, but when I first heard it, I was like, this is awful. But her as a person, she was just amazing. She was one of the kindest people I've met in a really long time.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I know my interns were all like, I want to come meet her.
Yeah. I didn't know, because usually I meet a lot of musician people or actors and actresses, and the people around them, like your interns.
Right.
They could be, they're like, don't look her straight in the eye and all this stuff. So you never know before you meet them how they were. And then all these requirements I was getting just before I met her, I'm like, oh man, she's going to be the most stuck up, high maintenance biatch I've ever met. Ends up being the nicest person I've ever met. Oh. So if you guys want to see a pretty lady, Google Lana Del Rey.
Okay. Did you take pictures? Did you put it on your...
Yeah, I have them on my Instagram, all that stuff.
White Menace. You can find White Menace on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
Tumblr, all that.
Everything.
Pinterest,
find White Menace. White
whatever.
Menace. And it's MENACE, because everyone thinks you're Menace, MENNIS.
Why?
A few people email me and say Menace.
No one does that.
They do. They do it to me. I swear to God. So what are you going to do this weekend that's exciting and new?
Exciting and new this weekend. I might go to a bar that I have not been to ever.
In the city? In San Francisco?
In the city.
We're in San Francisco.
Yeah, my buddy works there, and they do live shows all the time.
Oh, that's cool.
It's the second oldest bar.
What's it called?
It's called Hotel Utah.
Oh, yeah, I've been there a bunch.
Yeah, it's the second oldest.
Not in a long time.
Yeah. Did you know it's the second oldest bar
in
San
Francisco?
Did not know. Yeah.
It has that look, like Gold Coast kind of sign to it.
Yeah. And I'm probably going to do that. And you know what they have here?
What?
I think you actually been to this place.
What?
The Walt Disney.
I went there on a date last year, the Walt Disney Museum.
It just hit me right now. So there's a Walt Disney Museum in San Francisco that the family put together. And I never been to it. But you know me, I'm always at Disneyland all the time.
Yeah, getting arrested. Don't get arrested at the museum.
Yeah.
Menace got arrested last time he went to Disneyland.
Yeah, let's talk about that date, though. Well, I thought it was the dumbest idea ever to go on a date.
That was hilarious. Well, I was going on a blind date last summer with this guy, and he called me. He was coming up from LA, and we were being fixed up by a friend, and he leaves me a voicemail because he said, I'd call you, and we were emailing. He says, I'll call you, leave you a message about the plans. He said, okay. There's this exhibit at the Walt Disney Museum. I'd love to meet you there. And oh, by the way, my mom's in town. She's coming too. Click, beep. And I sat there for a moment and I thought, okay, this could be really awkward. I've never met the guy and now his mom's going to be judging me. But then I thought, what a great story that will be for the show. So I live my life. I'm like, you know what? Bring the mom along, because they always say how a guy treats his mom is how he's going to treat you. So guys, pay attention to how you treat your mom and always be nice to her, even if she was a raging bitch when you were growing up, because women judge you on that. So anyway, his mom was a sweet lady. I never saw him again. It wasn't a great date.
That is just so awkward.
It's awkward.
If I knew,
I'm like, couldn't you meet your mom after for coffee or something? Why you got to bring the mom?
If I knew that you were like an extreme Disney fan, I go, okay, this is a great date.
Right.
But I've never heard you say,
you never hear me talk about Mickey Mouse?
Oh my God, I love Walt Disney and all this stuff. Never heard that out of you ever.
Right.
So I just think it's kind of awkward, one, to take you to the Walt Disney Museum. But hey, you know what? It might be kind of cool, kind of interesting.
I thought so.
And then, but put on the first date, put on top of that, meeting the mother?
Yeah.
That is just so
It was really
weird.
bizarre. I know, but I just thought, you know what? I could just bail on this, but why not? It'll be funny. It'll be a great story, and it'll be interesting to learn.
It seems very psycho. She's in the rocking chair-ish
I know.
thing,
I agree.
You know?
I agree. But it ended up being, I'd never been to the Walt Disney Museum, so I'm always up for trying new experiences. No, I'm not a Walt Disney fanatic. I don't have my Mickey Mouse doll anymore that I used to when I was younger. I used to love Mickey Mouse. But, it was a fine date.
What kind of conversations were going on?
She asked me, the first thing she asked me was how old I was and if I want children. That was really fun. Which you never want a guy to ask you that on the first date. Please don't ever ask any woman that. And so, I'm not going to be like, oh, woman never tell. I was just annoying. And then we got in the whole kids conversation. I was just like, oh, well, I've been thinking about kids. I'm not sure. I'm thinking about not having kids now. I'm thinking about, I consider it from time to time. I don't really remember what my
Did you end up talking to her more than
I did. I ended up talking to her more than him because that's what you do. You're like, oh, the old mom came up from somewhere to visit Texas or wherever. So that was an awkward date, and I never saw him again. But he's been trying to get together ever since. It's been like a year, and I've been like, well, I don't know.
Like, hey, dude.
Hey, you bringing your uncle?
Yeah. Who do I have to meet next?
Exactly. Who's coming next? Your second cousin twice removed? That'll be really fun. I can't wait to go on that date.
Wow.
So you're going to a bar this weekend, and I am... The Walt Disney. And then Walt Disney. I love that. So I also... I'm just going to hang out with friends. Hopefully it'll be beautiful. We are so lucky. But everyone's having this weather right now. New York, it's like 70 degrees.
Yeah. I have everybody that I follow on Instagram around the world.
Yep.
They're all like posting photos of all the awesome weather that they're having.
It's awesome weather.
Even in Ohio.
And Michigan. Yeah.
in Michigan.
My hometown. I love it. I hope everyone goes out and has a great weekend. So yesterday was International Women's Day. There's a lot of people writing and talking about it. And so there's this study that came out. I think I tweeted this the other day, which I think you might have seen. It says, we're number what? Where Americans rank in the world. So, okay, it's our country ranking, and the two things of most note is that America ranks first in Miss Universe wins. So out of every country, we rank first. We've had more Miss America wins. We, however, we come up 31st in math scores. We are not that bright, but we're really hot, and second in vibrator ownership. So we're hot.
What's going on?
We're sex crazed, but we're not too bright when it comes to math.
Number one Europe for the vibrator? Do you know?
Number one for Europe was Taiwan. Taiwanese chicks.
Well, they make it there.
They make them all there. They're like, why not? So that was Taiwan. And then Taiwan was also first for math. So that's a really interesting juxtaposition. Yes, they were first in math and vibrator use. When do they have time to do their homework?
I don't know. I was actually offered all expense paid trip to Taiwan.
Why didn't you go?
I have no desire to leave the country.
I
only want to go to the only place I want to go to is Japan, Tokyo, Japan, because it has everything I want. Has Japanese girls.
I know you got to go to
sushi,
Japan. You'd love
technology and fashion. It has everything I want. That's it.
That's really the only place we go. Done.
I'll go to Hawaii. That's about it. That's as far as.
Have you been to Mexico?
I took a cruise to Mexico. I didn't get off the boat because I was afraid.
Oh, that's right. You were afraid you were going to get robbed or something?
No, not that I was going to get robbed, but just, you know me when it comes to drinking. Once it hits my lips, it's just so good. And the next thing I know, I'm in a Mexican prison. I just know myself. And I'm just like, you know what? It's safer for me to stay on the boat.
Life is all about getting to know who you are and what your challenges are and what you can take and what you can't take.
Yeah,
and men should not get off the boat. Do not get off the boat.
I know I can get extremely wasted at Disneyland and get escorted out, but I'm not going to end up in a Mexican prison, you know?
Right.
So that's why I just know my places.
I think
love
that's smart.
New York, Chicago. These are the places I love to visit. I actually want to visit. I found out my great-grandparents are from Springfield, Missouri.
Really?
Just found this out last week.
Oh.
So I actually want to go back to Missouri because I have a lot of friends out there. And anybody that's ever going to St. Louis, Missouri, go to a place called Hot Shots. There's a burger named after me there.
Oh, that's amazing. And I remember that burger being named after you, and you didn't even know that you had roots there.
I had no idea.
You've got Midwestern roots.
Yeah.
I would see that knew. You're kind of nice.
Yeah,
kind.
but my grandfather, whose parents are from Springfield, Missouri, he was born here in San Francisco.
Okay.
So that's why I just never knew this. I just thought we're just locals.
Exactly.
You know?
No, that's really interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, there's one more thing I got to bring up. It's political. And I've gotten a few angry emails about something that you said.
About what I say?
Yes. You know the whole Rush Limbaugh debate?
I don't do anything political.
You made a joke. And people thought you were serious. So
about what?
Do you remember? You know the whole Rush Limbaugh thing that's like catching on like wildfire?
Yeah, I don't really know too much.
Okay, I'll tell you about it because I don't think you knew what you were saying. So what happens is that there was a college co-ed student, Susan Fluke. She goes before a congressional committee and essentially says that she wants birth control to be okay. She testifies before Congress on behalf of a classmate whose birth control was not covered by her insurance plan. The new Obama administration's new health insurance regulations would ensure that her friend's insurance company would pay for contraception for the reason needed, whatever. So what happened was she was testifying saying, why isn't birth control covered? It should be covered. And Rush Limbaugh on his stupid show went off and said, who goes before a congressional committee and essentially says she must be paid to have sex? What does that make her? It makes her a slut, right? It makes her a prostitute.
I heard he's called her a whore.
Yeah, and then later on he says, she wants to be paid to have sex. She's having so much sex she can't afford contraception. She wants you and the taxpayers to have her. So anyway, he's lost all of his advertisers. People are pissed. And you were making a joke on the show. You're like, she is a whore if she wants birth control.
Yeah, I was joking.
I know, but we've got a few angry listeners who said they weren't going to listen anymore. So I just want you to apologize. Because you were joking.
Sorry.
You didn't even really. I knew you were joking, but they didn't know you were joking.
I apologize.
You are so pro birth control because you don't want to get someone pregnant.
Hell no.
Didn't you not even have sex for a while when you were younger because you were afraid you were going to get women pregnant?
I didn't have sex till I was 18 because I was afraid I was going to get somebody pregnant.
Right. So you were making a joke. We listened to the footage and you were joking, but people don't always know that you're joking.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Okay.
That you didn't get that I was joking.
Right. I got it because I know you. And I did say it was the stupidest thing you ever said. But
you're saying they really thought that I believed with Rush Limbaugh.
Yes.
Seriously.
They did. We got few angry emails. And I was like, no, he didn't mean it. Anyway, so I just thought we'd bring that up today.
That is so bizarre.
Well, maybe they're new listeners to the show and they don't get your humor.
Yeah, that's very bizarre.
I know.
People couldn't tell that
but
I was being
crazy.
Sarcastic.
I know. This crazy story that was taken off like wildfire. He's like the top radio, right? He's like the #1 radio show in America.
No.
They say that he is.
Well, yeah, anybody can say they're #1.
Well, I'm #1, obviously.
Yeah, you're the #1 sex podcast.
That's true.
You can say that all day.
I am.
Can start saying that right now.
Everyone can subscribe on iTunes and make me #1. I'm number 8 in sex. Or no, I'm number 3 in sex podcasts.
You are the #1 podcast in the hours between 1 p.m. and 2 p.m.
Pacific Standard Time every day of the week.
In the West Coast.
Right.
Like, people can call themselves #1.
That's true. People are like, the best pizza in the world.
I haven't heard anybody talk about Rush Limbaugh since this incident.
Oh, no, it's been all... Well, I guess because I watched CNN.
Yeah, but I'm just saying no one gives give an S.
No,
about
it's
him.
okay, but it's been all over the news. I've watched
No, I
CNN
know.
at the
I
gym.
see
Right.
That's great, but he just does this stuff to get in the news.
I know.
You know?
But he's losing his advertisers. All these stations are trying to pull him. And then Senator Carl Levin from Michigan, he's my senator. He was actually my first job out of college. I worked for him as an intern.
Yeah.
And
you have sex with him?
I did not have sex with him. So he said,
Wink,
no,
wink.
he's like 80, but whatever. But she said, not that I wouldn't have, but no, I'm kidding. That was a joke. He's trying to get Rush Limbaugh pulled from all the from the army, from the military radio network where he plays.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not defending Rush Limbaugh's actions, but you know what? It's kind of up to the company to let him continue.
If they can decide what they want to do,
he can say whatever he wants if the company will let
but a lot of companies have let him
had him stop broadcasting. But his broadcasting company, I'm talking about. If his broadcasting company wants him to continue say these things, he can go ahead and do it. That's why we live in America. And then the people who buy advertising, we live in America, so they have the decision if they want to advertise on that show or not. And they're making the decision not to. But everyone just wants to be offended all the time. The people want to be offended to jump on the bandwagon to support whatever the fuck they want to say.
Right.
It's bullshit. I know so many radio DJs that get out of work because
they lose their job because someone's upset.
Because someone's upset. They don't even know what that radio DJ said, but it gives them a platform to get in the media to support whatever cause they want to do.
I know.
It pisses me off.
I think if you're angry about something, you should do something positive towards that cause rather than just keep getting angry about it. You should see, well, what can I do to make a difference?
Yeah.
Donate money towards the Obama.
People that are rallying against Rush Limbaugh are just making him bigger. They're just getting his name out there. I haven't even heard I work in radio. Haven't heard anything about Rush Limbaugh until this point. And then you guys are just making him bigger and bigger. Okay,
I'm sorry. We're going to stop talking about it. You know what we're going to move into now? So, before we get into ejaculation etiquette and we talk about condoms with Carol from Lifestyles, this is something you sent me yesterday. The 7 red flags you're dating a psycho girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, are you going to talk about that other thing I sent you about the top colleges?
No, I forgot about that. Okay.
Real quick, we'll just recap that.
Let's recap that.
Okay, so I don't know the entire list, but it's the top colleges that are
top 10 colleges, right?
Yeah, that are DTF, means down to fuck, right?
Right.
And your alma mater was number 8.
University of Michigan was number 8. But I have to say, believe it or not, I was kind of a prude in college. I had a boyfriend every year. I slept with one guy. Like I was not DTF in college.
Yeah, but you were
I was DTFing my boyfriends. Yeah. I had like one every year, a boyfriend, different one. So
just DTF doesn't mean you're promiscuous.
Well, who isn't DTF in college?
I don't know, squares?
I don't know, but that's funny that they measured it. I can't remember what the number 1 school was. It was
I think it was maybe
Arizona.
Austin.
Oh, Austin. Oh, it was Austin. And then Arizona State, of course, was on there. University of Arizona. Yeah, that was a good one. But this one, I want to see if people agree with this, okay? So I don't even like using these terms, but 7 red flags you're dating a psycho girlfriend. Where'd you get this from? This is from Menace's website.
Yeah, it's one of my coworkers.
Okay.
Posted it.
Number 7. She's jealous of your celebrity crush. Like literally jealous. Like Jessica Alba comes on TV and she's like, oh my God, turn it off.
I know so many girls that are jealous of my celebrity crushes.
Who's your celebrity crushes again?
Zooey Deschanel.
I knew that.
Love Zooey Deschanel. I wish for her to marry me.
Maybe she will. Didn't she just get divorced?
She did.
Honey.
If Zooey Deschanel said, I want to get married right now, I would do it and see how it goes.
Okay. See how
I would honestly marry her. But I don't know her true personality.
No, you
she
just
could be
think
a
she's
total
hot.
Uber biatch.
You just like her hipsterness.
Yeah, and her quirky singing and stuff like that.
Right.
I've been to a couple of her shows.
Right. Okay, number 6, she hates the fact that you have guys' nights. Okay, this is how I feel about that. I think that women who are not open to men going out with their friends, that is, and again, I hate the word psycho. I don't think this is 7 red flags you're dating a psycho girlfriend, but dating a girlfriend with some question marks after it.
High maintenance, maybe.
High maintenance. Because guys' night, just as women's girls' night, is so important. You can't just be together in this little bubble for the rest of your lives. Like you need to, for the rest of your dating life, so you need to go out. Guys' nights, like go out and explore and do your thing with your guys and watch sports, play video games, go to strip clubs. I don't care. I'm not that girl.
I want the girls that I date to go have, I don't know, girls' nights, because girls' nights get a little crazy. You can't trust a chick. You know, she's going to get drunk.
Menace.
Next thing you know, she falls on a penis. And they're like, oh my God, I was so drunk.
I was so drunk, I slipped and fell on a penis.
I don't know what I was doing. I mean, I want them to go hang out during the day and go do things. That's fine. But at night, I don't trust them.
Oh, you don't? So you're kind of a psycho guy. You don't want her to have girls'
No, I
nights?
want them to go, like, have fun. I mean, look, if a girl's going to cheat on you, they're going to cheat on you, whatever. I'm just saying it's more high risk if they're going out at night with their girlfriends, because their girlfriends love talking them into doing things that they normally wouldn't do.
These are the girls that you know, not my girlfriends.
These are
my
all
girlfriends are like,
girls.
how are you and your guy? Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah, but if you go have a couple cocktails on a Friday night somewhere and some guy's hitting on you, oh, girlfriend, I ain't going to say nothing, blah, blah, blah. And then next thing you know, you're going down on this guy. And then your girlfriend's like, oh, I won't say nothing. And then you and your girlfriends have a falling out. And then they're going to go and tell your boyfriend.
This has never happened to me, Menace, but clearly it's happened to you.
It hasn't happened to me, but I'm just saying that's how women are. You can't trust them.
Men are like that too.
No, only the guys that are the biggest vaginas in the world go around and like rat their friends out.
So you're not a proponent of girls' nights. You don't want girls to go out.
No, I'm saying go ahead and do it. I'm just saying you just can't trust them hoes.
Don't trust them hoes. Okay, number 5. You suddenly have a lot in common, i.e. she's becoming just like you. This will inevitably lead to extreme stalking. This is saying that a woman or a man, and this can apply to both sexes, because seriously, like I've dated guys who have some of these traits. So let's just say 7 red flags. You're dating someone who is questionable, who has a lot of red flags. Okay. So this is the person that you date where they meld into one. Like you like horseback riding, she likes horseback riding. You go to the gym, she signs up for your gym membership. You know what I mean? That you meld into one person, and that is the death of any relationship. When you become one and you stop seeing your friends, you stop doing your hobbies, you pick up all of his or her hobbies. Don't you think that's a little psycho-ish?
No, if you spend so much time with each other, I don't see that.
So it has to be balanced, though. Okay, here's my problem with it. There's nothing wrong, like I dated a guy who was really into documentary filmmaking, and I actually loved that because we watched documentaries all the time, and then I actually ended up making a documentary film. That was healthy, but we still had our friends, and we still had our own lives. I think this is when you become enmeshed and you don't have any other life, and like you have no friends. Like never date someone who has no friends. That should be on this list. This person, if you date someone, a girl or a guy who has no good guy friends or girlfriends, that's a problem. It's a red flag too.
Yeah, the girls that just cut off all their friends and just hang out with you all the time. It's like,
see, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about they cut off all their other sense of normalcy, all the other things they did independently just to become part of you and like attach themselves to your coattails.
Yeah. I need my own time.
You need your own time. That's your biggest issue, which is why you haven't found someone yet who has her own enough going on.
No, that's not it.
One of them. Okay.
You always say that, but that's not it.
Okay, what else? She's obsessed with talking about her dad. What do you think about women who talk about their dad too much? This is flags you're dating someone who might be questionable.
Honestly, I don't have any personal experience with this, so I really can't comment
I don't agree with that. I mean, she loves her dad. I mean, would I be mad if a guy talked about his mom all the time? I think that was really sweet, and he loves his mom.
I think actually the only girl that I know that was like all about her dad is like, oh, my dad's the ish or whatever, or my dad is like crazy strict. She ended up being a stripper, so
right, exactly. Whatever. So, but if they put their dad on a pedestal, I think guys can be threatened by that too sometimes. So anyway. She says number 3, she says she hates other women. Having more guy than girlfriends is fine, but she'll be overly protective and fight off any woman who comes close to you. She uses the word hates. She's like, get that bitch away from me.
I hate chicks. Yeah, there's always that girl like, oh, I like hanging out with guys. I only have guy friends.
Yeah.
I'm like, great.
That says a lot too. Person should have girlfriends and guy friends. Same thing, the guy friend who only has girlfriends. I'm like, so you're banging all of them? You know, that's what I assume.
Yeah, well, that's what I assume too. When you only have guy friends, I'm like, you definitely hooked up with one of these guys, and I don't want them around. I don't want to hang out with them.
Exactly.
Like, oh, hey, we have something in common. We both have the same vagina. Like, I'm not really
Especially
interested.
if she heard the word hates, like, oh my God, I hate that bitch, whatever. That's not good. Okay, then number 2, I don't know about this one. She's taking diet pills. These create huge mood swings and restlessness.
That's
I don't
very
know,
random.
I don't know any women taking diet pills, but if she's taking some weird drugs, it might make her.
Yeah, girls that do drugs are just out of their mind.
I know, not good. And then
they give it up. They give extremely good blowjobs, and they'll have sex with you whenever. But just dealing with the personality of a girl on drugs,
right?
Like,
don't do it. Just say no to girls on drugs and guys on drugs. Okay, number 1, her Facebook profile is suddenly all about the two of you. That's my biggest nightmare. Is to date a guy and he's like, we're in a relationship and here's all of our photos. No one needs to know.
Where you have
stuff.
a picture together as your main profile picture, then
Hells no. Only if I'm married.
Yeah, if you're married, that's cool. But if you're boyfriend and girlfriend and, oh, this is my lady, blah, blah.
I think when people are married, they do that. And that's fine. They have pictures of them and their 10 kids or whatever. I have no problem with that. But otherwise, if they just all of a sudden, without your asking, they're just like posting photos of the two of you, that's kind of weird. Okay, we got to call Carol. She's the VP of Global Communications for makers of Sky Condoms and Skin Condoms and Lifestyles. And here's her phone number right here.
All right, we'll call her up. So you have a bunch of these condoms, right?
Yeah, and I gave you some that you gave away.
Well, we'll talk to her and she'll send me some more.
We loved Lifestyles, and they sent us a bunch of condoms that we're giving away to our listeners.
I don't know. Oh, okay. Here we go.
And so we're talking to her. She's the VP of sales for them. Skin Condom. They send us all these condoms, which we're really enjoying personally in the office. Menace could have enjoyed them. And
my buddy was going by.
And then after this, we're going to talk about ejaculation etiquette.
He was going to South by Southwest, and that's the home of the most DTF college out there. So most likely he's going to get banged.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, I just moved the camera. Will you move it back?
Oh my God.
You can watch the show.
Carol speaking.
Hi, Carol. This is Emily and Menace from the Sex with Emily show.
Hi, how are you?
Great. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Thanks so much for being available to talk to us.
Sure, it's my pleasure.
It's great. So tell us about, so thank you by the way, for sending us all of the lifestyle condoms. We got a bunch of different brands, the skin condoms, and we love them. We've been giving them out to our listeners. I gave some to my sidekick Menace, but he gave it to a friend who he thought needed them more because he was about to get laid a lot this weekend. So we're going to have to give him some more. But tell me what people should know about this new skin condom line.
Well, first of all, it's one of the biggest breakthroughs in condom manufacture ever. I mean, I kind of go back to first the Egyptians had linen, and then there was vulcanization during the war of rubber, so we got latex, and now we have polyisoprene. The condoms you see in front of you, the skin condoms, are not latex at all. They're a synthetic polyisoprene. So first of all, the material is so soft and so kind of pliable that in blinded studies, meaning people didn't know what they were using, they used latex, they used polyurethane, which is kind of a plastic condom out there, and they used the skin condom, which is polyisoprene, and they said, we don't know what this is, but this is really, really comfortable and sensitive and feels like nothing's there.
Wow, which is the biggest thing because men are like, I don't want to wear a condom. I'm going to feel so much on it. So that's really cool. So it's SKYN. And we've got some to give away. If people want them, they can email us feedback@sexwithemily.com. So
that's right. And they can also go to skincondoms.com and get more information about the polyisoprene itself. Because if people have a latex allergy,
exactly,
this is the perfect product for them.
So many people do have that allergy. So this is great that you guys invented this. So, and then they can also go to your website and check it out. That's cool. So what do you think is the best way to put a condom on to avoid spoiling the mood? Do you have any tips and tricks since you're the, lifestyles guru?
Well, first of all, you have to make sure, I don't know if many people know, condoms have expiration dates. So this particular product has a 3-year expiration date. So you want to make sure it's within the expiration date. You store it properly. Don't kind of throw it in a pocketbook with little nail files and scissors and things like that in there. And the next thing is when you open it up, make sure that the teat is upright. So that it's not inside out.
Right.
Now, these are lubricated both inside and out, so they're really easy to put on and really soft and comfortable.
Great. Okay, because a lot of people, they get confused about putting condoms on. Like
Menace. They put it on backwards.
Menace had a problem this first time.
No. Yeah. My first time, I without even knowing, I sent my friend in to go buy condoms for me, and he bought unlubricated condoms, and I did not know this until I was in a dark room trying to insert my penis into a vagina, and it wasn't working.
Oh, that's so sad. So this is actually from Menace. I don't know if he's learned yet, but
I've learned now.
That's good. That's good.
I'm going to get more condoms from Emily.
We actually make this available in an extra lubricated version as well for people who sort of like to last longer.
Good. Now, what about pinching the tip of it? Have you ever heard that? Like you're supposed to pull the tip out?
Yeah, they say you could do that, but that really harks back to the old days when condoms didn't have a teat in the end,
okay.
Right? Like a little nipple. Now all condoms do.
Okay.
Yeah, you should, but because that'll leave some space for the semen and the sperm, but quite honestly, it's sort of built in.
Okay, good to know.
In your personal life, when you tell people what you do, how do you approach that, or how long does it take before you tell somebody? Oh yeah, by the way. This is what I do.
This is what I do for a living?
Yeah.
I kind of assess the person, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And, but they prod because I say latex products, and when they ask, I say condoms, and then it starts.
Exactly. You're always the life of the party, right? That's what I get with the Sex with Emily. And sometimes I choose not to tell them because I'm like, I really don't feel like talking about work right now. Even though
and then you hear every condom.
You hear every condom story, everything. It's so true. And then I was going to ask you, what do you think about all the condoms now? So how do people choose? Like you guys sent us a bunch of different kinds. So what are the other ones? There was a few more that seemed kind of new and unique from the lifestyles.
We also make in latex versions under the Lifestyles brand. We make studded product.
Right. So, I've used that one. That's really cool.
Yeah, and we've actually perfected the manufacturing. Don't forget, like all of these are FDA approved, and you have to go through some really rigorous tests
I'm
before
sure.
you put them in the marketplace. So it's not sort of easy to sort of make any kind of shape, size, or texture. But we also have a product called Threesome, which has 3 features. It's kind of shaped like a little bit of a bulb on the end. It has ribs on the end for him, and studs all along the shaft.
Wow!
So it's got 3 features to keep it all going.
It's a threefer. I love it.
Now,
in the skin version, we've got the extra lubricated. We've got a larger version as well.
Good.
So a non-latex large, because when we launched it, we actually had a lot of people say, I love the product, just need to have a bigger one.
You always need to have the bigger one, right?
We always need one in America. I don't know what it is.
Exactly.
When I'm at the truck stop, I see a lot of glow-in-the-dark condoms. I have never actually used one out in the field, but what do you think of those?
Well, we make flavored and colored. Mm-hmm. The glow-in-the-dark typically are kind of like novelty.
Yeah. Right. Just in case you lose your penis, you can find it.
I'm not so sure you want anything glowing down there.
Yeah. I actually one time used the mint kind.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Mint are very good, and we have chocolate, we have blueberry, we have mint.
Oh, you do? We didn't get any of those. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And in fact, we're a global company, and the Skin brand is marketed around the world. So we've in different countries around the world. We have like kiwi flavored and pineapple.
Wow.
Oh, that's really cool.
Do you find any condoms like super popular in certain areas like of the country or around the world? You're like, wow, we really sell a lot of the banana boat in in Chile or something like that. Did you see any trends at all or no?
One of the trends that we see is the extra lubricated, just putting another slosh of lubricant on there is really popular in China.
Okay.
Large condoms typically are in United States and Australia.
Ooh, where in the United States exactly are you selling the most large condoms? I'm just curious.
Is it Missoula, Montana?
This is for research, right?
Of course.
Well, yeah, in the Midwest. We probably
that's where I'm from.
Oh,
I never should have moved. I moved to California, and that's where they're selling all the large size condoms.
She is a size queen.
I am not. I am so not. Well, thank you so much, Carol. This is awesome. So tell me your website again, because you guys are giving away samples as well, right?
we're giving free samples away on skincondoms.com and also at lifestyles.com.
Okay.
So, and we have a Facebook page as well. So like us and you get a free sample there as well.
That's awesome. Menace, that's where you need to go since you gave your free ones away.
I'll go on the Facebooks.
Okay. Thank you so much, Carol. I appreciate it.
My
Great
pleasure.
talk
Thank
to you.
you.
Have a great day. Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Condom expert.
Yeah, that was
right
really
there.
cool.
That was cool, right? I want to get some of the flavored ones. They sent us like 1,000, but I want to get some of the flavored ones. I don't think we
You
got
just want
those.
to chew on them like gum or something
Yeah,
like
exactly. In case you're, hungry, you can just pop in a
that?
condom.
I do really recommend the mint. I don't know where to get them.
Well, but they always talk about, she didn't say they had mint, did they? Did she? They always talk about how, the Altoid trick when you're going down on someone to have an Altoid in your mouth.
Yeah.
Didn't Monica Lewinsky do that with Bill Clinton?
Oh, I'm sure she did a lot more than that.
But that
Yeah.
became popular through Monica Lewinsky. So I would think that, so the mint felt really good and tingly.
Yeah, it was
Where'd you get it
amazing.
from? You don't remember?
I don't know. Some hoe that I was with.
Some hoe bag. Oh my God, you're hilarious.
Some lovely, kind, upstanding woman that I was having intercourse with had one.
Okay. That sounds really
People
nice.
always get, when I'm being sarcastic, they get all offended.
I know. Well, you offended some of our listeners, so I just wanted to.
God, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Okay, I've got a little bit of sex in the news.
I'll go meditate later and contemplate.
You should
about
meditate, Menace. Meditation
Yeah,
is good
right.
for everybody.
Rather castrate myself.
Oh my God. Okay. So I tweeted about this earlier. Civilization is bracing itself for Hulk Hogan's sex tape release.
Yes.
A sex tape featuring the aging wrestler is currently being shopped around major porn studios, and the Hulkster is none too pleased. His legal team claims the video, which shows a naked Hogan grappling with an unidentified brunette, was not filmed by his permission. But here's the best part of the story. We saw a story today that said that he can't even identify the woman in the video because he slept with so many women that he doesn't know who it is.
It's the Hulkster.
Ew.
What are you going to do, brother, when my sex tape runs wild on you?
Is that how he sounds?
Yeah.
I don't even know how he sounds. But he can't identify
Is he like going, oh yeah, the whole time?
Oh,
I mean,
gross.
that's what his buddy used to do, but I couldn't just imagine.
That is so funny. But his tape is being released. And, okay, that was hilarious. That was a really good impersonation, even though I don't know how he sounds. But I can imagine
Take your
that he sounds like
vitamins and wear your condoms.
Exactly. And don't let people shoot videos. Okay, Demi and Bruce's daughter, Scout, crosses the TMI line on Twitter. Too much
What?
information.
Scout
Willis must have been aiming for her parents' level of fame, or at least some level of fame, with her pseudonym anonymous Twitter feed. So she had a pseudonym, it wasn't her own name, a Twitter feed, which made a point of broadcasting the dirtier aspects of her life. Ready?
Really?
Recent posts showed the Brown University undergraduate taking ecstasy and cocaine, dry cleaning her cum-stained sheets, being scolded for her hairy bikini line at a salon, and getting fingered by waiters at bars. Unfortunately for the curious among us, after word got out yesterday, the account was hers. They shut it down for good. Her mom's in rehab. She's busy. She's
So she
busy
had this
getting fingered in
undercover
bars.
account?
Yeah, so she could release all the dirty stuff. These celebrity kids, I feel bad. I mean, they just want to
Why?
be famous too. I don't know. Why is she doing this account? Just to release all that stuff that's kind of gross and no one really cares about, although they probably do because we're talking about it right now.
Love it. Yeah, I don't know.
You don't care.
Celebrity kids, yeah, they just don't have any. They've had everything handed to them, so they don't have any.
They've never
outlet
had to wait in
do
line for
anything.
eggs or anything in Sunday breakfast.
No.
They've never wait in line for a concert. They get tickets to everything. Can you imagine? We've had to struggle.
The
And
struggle.
that makes us part of who we are.
Yeah, we're just jealous too.
I'm really jealous. I would have liked to have all those perks. Okay, and what Warren Beatty's wallet closes for daughter's sex change operation.
haven't heard about this.
Me neither. So Warren Beatty and Annette Bening, they've been married for a long time, and they have a 20-year-old daughter. Kathleen is hoping to undergo gender realignment surgery in the near future, but a dime of it will not come from her father. She's a sophomore at Sarah Lawrence College. She's been living under the name Stephen for years, or Steven, and is an outspoken activist for transgender rights. And they're comfortable paying her $170,000 a year tuition. They will not pay the $50,000 transformation to a male.
Yeah, me personally, would I give my kid $50,000 to do a sex change? Probably not.
Yeah.
I probably would let them, if that's what they really want to do, save the money so they can really, because come on, that's a really big deal.
It's a huge deal.
You know?
But sometimes you know.
Yeah, sometimes you do know when you're really young, but at least this gives you enough time to save your money, really contemplate this is what you really, really want to do, instead of it just being handed to you and you can just do it. And then you're like, oh man.
Exactly.
Oh man, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
I know. You can't, no turning back.
Yeah.
Once you get your penis on and your vagina gone.
Yeah, because if you just have endless money and you can just do crazy things and to yourself.
But I can imagine it would be upsetting for parents having a child who's like your little precious girl and all of a sudden she wants to be your little precious boy. But they probably need
some
therapy.
Some people deal with it in different ways.
Like Cher.
Yeah.
Cher,
it took publicly. It took Cher a little while to
come around
on
right.
it, but now
it's gonna be hard if my dog wanted to change into no, I wouldn't care. Okay, we got some emails. feedback@sexwithemily.com. If you want to email us anytime, we will take your emails. You can also do it right from the sexwithemily.com website, and we will answer your emails and improve your sex life because that's our job. Dear Emily, hey, I have this problem. When I hook up with random girls, I sometimes have trouble getting hard. I don't have erectile dysfunction because when I have a girlfriend, I can get hard rather easily with no problems at all. I just don't know why I can't get hard with random girls.
Just nervous.
Not even blowjobs help at times. I've stopped watching porn because I heard it can desensitize your brain and make it harder to get an erection when you're with a girl. I've actually been thinking about having pills with me just in case this keeps happening. Any suggestions? Nothing that will get me hard for too long or have any long-term side effects. Hope you email me back. Thanks, Daryl from New Brunswick, New Jersey. Okay, Daryl, here's the thing. You have no problem here. You're a nice guy and you want to be with a woman that you trust and that you know. It sounds like when you have a girlfriend, you have zero problem. But when you're hooking up with a random hose, you can't get hard. That's not a problem. You're just stopping yourself from doing something that's not necessary for your life at this point. And your body's listening to you that you're not comfortable or you don't feel safe with this woman. And I think it's just psychological, and you'll eventually get over it and you'll be able to bang everyone probably. But I'm just saying that it's really not a problem, and I would not take the pills because the pills do have side effects. They
makes you go blind.
But it will make you, that's the masturbation. No, that's a joke. But they can make you stay hard for too long, and people do have side effects from these pills, and the pills are for people who are a little older and can't ever get it up. But you are perfectly normally functioning when you have a girlfriend. I do not see a problem here.
Yeah.
You don't either, right, Mattis?
He just wants to go to Pound Town, and he's just afraid to go to Pound Town.
He can't go to Pound Town with these girls because he's probably nervous and insecure. Does she really like me? Am I performing right? It's all in your brain why you can't get hard right now. You don't have any physical issues, physiological issues.
Unless you masturbated a lot that day.
Well, he stopped watching porn. But it doesn't descend. I mean, if you watch lots and lots of porn and you're watching it 15 hours a day, sure, you can get desensitized. But if you're just, one time a day watching porn,
or
I
if you have to go
it.
number 2, it's kind of hard to get it up. Just FYI, as a guy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so make sure you have an enema before you have sex. Okay, that sounds awesome. It's a great plan.
I'm just throwing it out there.
It's true.
It's science.
Right. I would think it'd be hard to have sex if you have to go to the bathroom.
It is.
Yeah, I probably couldn't get it up either.
No way.
And I can't even have nothing to get up.
But my friend claims that while you're erect, you cannot go number 1. And you can. I've done it.
Really?
Yeah.
In the middle of sex, you probably had to.
Yeah, or like just before sex,
right.
I'm erect. I can go number 1, but my friend does not believe that it's true. We should call him.
No, we can't. We don't have time. We're going into our topic.
Okay.
Our topic is ejaculation etiquette. Where you should ejaculate, where you shouldn't. When you ejaculate in a condom, if you want to ejaculate inside of her mouth, on her face. Lots of men love the facials. We're going to talk about all the etiquette for that.
Where not to? I don't understand.
Well,
in her
there's
purse
just
or
etiquette.
something like that?
Yeah, in her purse, or she could take it home with her and spermate herself.
Yeah, but you guys love it all over the place, right?
No, we don't. I'm glad you're asking. That's why we're talking about the etiquette for ejaculation. You should always ask a woman what she wants. So before you ejaculate anywhere, you should let her know that you're ejaculating, and you should ask her if it's okay. I would like to ejaculate on your breasts, and then you should ask her, or you should be like, "What if I would?" You know what I mean? I'm going to go through this right now. So if you ejaculate, this is the tricks for ejaculation. If you ejaculate inside of a condom, after you ejaculate, you should remove the condom immediately before you lose your erection to prevent any semen from escaping and dripping all over the bed and her. Because this is a way, if you don't do this right away, the semen will drip out. You could get her pregnant.
Yeah, you can keep on going and then the condom breaks and it's full of
don't keep
semen.
on going. Dispose the condom properly by tying the end and place it in the garbage, not the floor or the toilet. I know that every guy throws it on the floor.
Yeah, throw it on the floor.
Don't do that. I'm talking about etiquette here. Here's an etiquette reminder about condoms. Never ask her to take the condom off you. That's your responsibility.
Yeah.
She can do it, but it's your responsibility because this way you can make sure all your little semen stay in the right place and then you can tie it up and throw it away. Okay, number 2, if you want to ejaculate inside of her, be sure to ask her permission first and understand the birth control situation. Is she on the pill? Whatever it is, you have to understand that a lot of guys just assume. I can't tell you this happens all the time and not to me in particular, but I have a lot of friends who are like, it's so weird. He just came inside me. Like he was assuming that I was on the pill and I wasn't. So you cannot make those assumptions. You have to first ask permission and understand the situation.
Yeah, guys think that women at a certain age are always on the pill.
I know, and you cannot make that assumption.
Can't trust them hoes.
Can't trust it. I don't say you can't trust the hose, but you've got to have the conversation. Are you on the pill? If you are not using a condom and you're about to ejaculate, you better ask her.
Yeah, if you're especially like really not into her, just like pull out, man.
Right.
It's not worth it.
Exactly. I mean, but try not to just do the pull out method. Try to use a condom or make sure she's on the pill. And always get tested first. If you are not using a condom and she's on the pill, you should both get tested because you can still get a sexually transmitted disease.
I wear full body rubber suits. That's what I do.
That's smart.
Yeah.
So you never get a girl pregnant. I love it. So ejaculate inside of her. This option leaves the cleaning process mainly to her, as she will usually excuse herself to go to the toilet and clean up from there. A woman should, that's what you wear?
Yeah.
That's hot. A woman should always excuse herself and go to the bathroom right after a man ejaculates inside of her. So when she gets up and goes to the bathroom, don't be pissed. I had a boyfriend once who was like, stay and cuddle. I'm like, I gotta pee.
Yeah, that always happens. So what happens during that time?
What do you mean?
When you guys run off to the bathroom.
You want to know what actually happens? Yeah, it comes out.
It comes out.
Yeah, like not always in like clunks, but it. I've never talked about this before.
I know. No, guys don't know what happens.
You want to come watch next time? Maybe.
Yeah.
You should ask the girl. Yeah, I'll call you next time. I'll take a picture.
No, I don't want to see that.
I'll pull out my phone, take a picture of my urine stream.
No, but this conversation is interesting because guys don't really know what
you
happens.
can feel it. It's like you pee for a little bit, and this isn't always, but you can then you feel it come out, and it's like it's like a different texture, and it's clumpier.
Really?
Yeah.
That's attractive.
Well, you asked.
Do you feel classy at that time?
I feel classy right now talking about it on national radio. I do. Hi, Mom. Okay, so if the semen leaked onto the bed before she could rush to the toilet, it's your job to clean up the mess. One thing to note is that you should always keep your promise.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you really don't trust the girl and you released it on her stomach and then she starts moving her hands around, make sure she's not moving it down to her vagina.
That's true. She could be sticking your sperm up and trying to get pregnant.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't trust them, man. I'm telling you.
Stop it. Etiquette reminder. Don't tell her that you won't ejaculate inside her and then do it anyway. That's just a reminder. Don't say you're not going to do it and then do it. Okay, number 3. This is what Menace is really interested in, I'm sure. Ejaculating inside of her mouth.
Of course.
Before she gives you oral, you should determine whether or not she wants to swallow, if you can. It's nice to let her know when to expect your ejaculation so that she can prepare to swallow and avoid gagging.
If she really loves you, she swallows. If she doesn't,
that is not true.
If she doesn't swallow, then you just got to
Menace,
break up with her
sometimes I
at
just
that
wish
moment.
I could reach across and just tell you to stop talking and close your mouth and put some tape over it. Spitting and swallowing has nothing to do with her level of love or adoration for you. Some women just don't like it. It doesn't mean that she's not cool. It doesn't mean that she doesn't like you. They just don't like it. So you have to give her an option and say, I'm about to come, I'm about to ejaculate, and then she can decide if she's going to spit or swallow. If she's not comfortable at swallowing your stuff, she'll excuse herself to the bathroom and clear your mess off her mouth, maybe. Or she'll just let it go onto her body or something.
I like doing the mustache. You know what the mustache is?
Don't even tell me.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, reminder, do not hold her head so she has no choice but to swallow.
What?
Guys do that.
Not me.
No, of course not, because you're a saint. But you don't want to hold her head.
Salt of the earth.
Yeah, right. Your salty is all over the earth. I think that you really have to just, you have to tell her I'm about to come.
Yeah. I mean, you can lightly hold on to her head if if she allows that. Some girls don't like that. Like, get your hand off my head.
Yeah,
I do what I
and
want.
don't ever do the head push when you want a blowjob. That's just a side note.
This is the dumbest thing you could ever do.
The head push when you're like, oh, I'm hard and I'm going to push your head down there. That's when I get up and leave.
In the history of man.
No, it works
Like, why
for some
do
women.
Women just do it? Oh my God.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I guess I should. Well, those are the women who want to be pleasers, who are pleasers, and they think that this is what he wants and I want him to like me. But I think it's so rude when a man does that.
Yeah,
so
you
don't
can't
do
do
it, dudes. Okay, if you want to ejaculate on her face, it's extremely important to get her permission before you ejaculate on her face or anywhere near it. If she does allow you to ejaculate on her face, try to avoid her eyes and hair. And don't get any in her eyes. Avoid her hair as well as possible. So don't get anything in her eyes.
Such a boner killer right
Have you
now.
Have you ever squirted semen into a woman's eyes?
Yes.
It hurts.
Well, I don't know if it hurts or not, but
It's stingy. Don't do it.
cool.
Be careful with your semen. It's a weapon. Be careful.
It's stingy? Like, seriously.
No, it stings. Like it hurts. Like I remember one time years ago with this guy I was dating for a while. Something happened and it went right into my eye and it really
It's like
hurt.
chlorine sting? Like when you're
Yeah,
swimming?
yes. No, like my eye got all puffy and red. It's salt. It's semeny. It's salty and
Semeny.
semeny.
Wow.
That's a technical term. You can write that
A lot
one
of classy
down.
stuff you're sharing with me today.
I know I'm oversharing. How didn't you make me overshare?
'Cause
Okay, if you want to ejaculate at her breasts, ass, or stomach.
The pearl necklace, it's called.
Right. That's on her, right.
On her ass or stomach. What do you prefer?
I think I like to mix it up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The option is easy to understand. Just don't leave the cleaning up to her. After you ejaculate, take a tissue paper and wipe the semen from her. Don't rub it and spread it around with your hands. This is how people can get pregnant too. And don't let her rub your semen all over and get it with her hands.
Damn it.
Don't rub it in afters. Don't spread it with your hands. And don't collapse on top of her so the mess is squished between your bodies.
Ugh.
And you know what's right? Well, guys do that stuff. But you know what's really, really nice? I had a guy do this every single time we had sex, and it was the nicest, most chivalrous thing. You're already rolling your eyes.
No, he just what? He cleaned up after?
He went to the bathroom. He got a washcloth and made it hot. Put hot water on it.
Okay.
And then he brought it back and he would clean it off with the hot washcloth. And I thought that was so nice. It was like a little spa bath.
What? That's just too much.
Well, tissue paper sticks to your skin.
you as a guy, you just take your own underwear and you clean it off.
No, don't use your underwear, your
happens.
dirty sock on my stomach with your semen.
That's what you do.
No, you don't. Is that really what you do?
You just take your own underwear and clean it off. There you go. Done.
Menace.
Clean it up off the
So do
crusty
you do
floor
all
later.
these things? Do you tell women, like, do you say to them, you're not supposed to, about to come, right? I'm going to come. You say that. I'm about to go.
Where can I go?
Do you ask that?
Yeah.
You say, where can I go? Good.
Yeah, right.
So
you
you've
know,
learned.
give them direction and then see if they're into it.
Right. But do you ever say, I want to come in your face?
Yes. And then they usually
Why
say
do
yes.
men love that? Why
because
is that?
it's in porn. It's all porn.
It's all porn, but why is it so? Because it's degrading towards women a little bit.
No, it's not. You guys feel it's degrading. We don't
little
think,
bit.
oh my God, I'm gonna make her feel degrading. Like, we're not thinking that. We're like, oh, I want to do the thing that I saw in the porno. That's it.
But some women are really, really into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. Okay, everyone. That's what we got time for tonight. Thanks so much for listening to Sex with Emily. Here's the deal. You can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Sex with Emily, and you can find us on Instagram, Stitcher. We love Stitcher. You can download Stitcher on your app and listen to the podcast. We do it 3 times a week at sexwithemily.com, where you will improve your sex life. So thanks, Menace, and thanks, everyone, for listening to Sex with Emily. Was it good for you? Email me, feedback@sexwithemily.com.
And it is Friday. Have a good Friday.
Happy weekend. Be careful. Watch your ejaculoid.